Welcome to another week of reading comics and manga, where I try my best to tackle my unread pile of shame. This week, it's all about ninjas, Vikings, the captain, and the things that go bump in the night. So let's kick it. Hell's Paradise was one of the manga that I read last year, and it made a great impression on me. It's about a ninja by the name of Gabimaru the Hollow, who unfortunately through one of his assassination attempts gets betrayed, captured, and then sentenced to death. The interesting thing about him is that he's extremely resilient, and he just simply won't die when they try to execute him. At the same time, there is a woman by the name of Yamada Asaemon Sagiri that has offered a pardon to Gabimaru if he finds the elixir of life on a mysterious island. Now the kicker is that he's not the only one to receive this offer of a pardon. The other convicts also get this opportunity. Also, the island happens to be quite dangerous. You could kind of think of this as Suicide Squad in Edo period Japan manga style. Now this brings us to volume 2. The action. How I miss the action. I do love this art style. It manages to maintain some creepy vibes. Now this is my kind of ninja. You know, because reasons. The cool thing is the story doesn't just revolve around our main protagonist, Sagiri. She's quite key, but also the other convicts. Man, with scars like that, I bet he gets all the ladies. Oh, the giant is back. Man, this guy is super strong. Wow, even as a baby, he was super ruthless. This is a fantastic volume that makes me want to pick up and continue reading the next one. It's got your action, ninjas, kind of like body horror stuff going on. It's a blend of deities and nightmare fuel on this super mysterious island. It is Tuesday and I am back from the gym, super sweaty, mom spaghetti, but I am feeling jazzed and ready to read something good. And by good, I mean this bad boy. It is Vinland Saga, Volume 2, or Book 2 as they call it. First one was a banger. Yeah, can't exactly remember how that finished. It's been a while. But first, it's shower time and some dinner. So I'm clean and I'm fed and I'm just about ready to tackle Vinland Saga. But I do need to do a little bit of a recap from the previous volume. Alright, I'm caught up and ready to roll. That's the stuff. Whee! The volume starts off really strong as it picks up from the last one with some chaotic warfare going on between 3 different factions. And they all seem to be fighting over one single person. That is the Danish Prince Canute. Well, what do you know? Prince Canute has super handsome vibes. There's something about these 2 pages over here about this old man who's just fishing. He's chilling. You know, there's nothing amazing about this scene, but it just strikes me and it lets me know that the mangaka is communicating to us that he's setting up a huge journey, you know, because he's willing to take so much time and care and quality to show you this really serene, chill scene. It's as if he's almost saying, you're in for one huge ride and the payoff will be worth it, and thank you for buying my manga. I mean, it's almost as if it's high-level cinematography inside a manga. Whoa, this guy's got radar ears. It's as if I can almost feel the pain and suffering from the soldiers as they're trudging along the landscape. This is getting very political and it gives me Game of Thrones vibes, letting us know that the story is much bigger than our main protagonist, Thorfinn. The landscape looks brutal, but so beautiful. I never thought Askeladd would be so tactical. It definitely paints him in a new picture. I like how throughout the story the Vikings are traveling with this Christian priest who mentions the concept of love and how he wants that more than anything else in the world. And some of these Vikings are just so intrigued by that concept and they simply can't understand what that is. You know, because they're all about women and gold and power and all that stuff. But the fact that the Vikings keep questioning and they keep prodding and they're really fascinated by this concept. They really want to understand it. We get introduced to this new character called Anne, and I feel so sorry for her on so many levels. I hope to see a lot more of her, and I feel that what has happened to her is going to create for some interesting character development. I wonder what I would be like as a Viking. Just the chips, please. That will be $5. Thank you. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. My pillaging would be crazy. Alright, enough of daydreaming. It is time for some more Vinland Saga. Let's go. Whoa, that's some serious WWE. Man, the Danes know how to party. MasterChef Old School England. Thorkel always wants to fight. Radar ears, engage. I'm impressed how well religion is portrayed in here. Some of this artwork is just insane. I mean, look at those hands. MasterChef Danes edition. Wow, you could cook a meal on that guy's head. All this food is making me hungry. This manga doesn't sugarcoat the realities of war, and I respect that. Whoa! Wow. Thorkel is an absolute beast. There's some serious wood chopping going on. This must be the origins of IKEA. Alright, it's time for the final part of Vinland Saga. I like how the first few pages are in color. Beautiful. Lots of emotional payoff. That priest I mentioned before is dropping some knowledge. And he drinks way too much booze. Big revelations and strong character development. I'm warming up to Prince Knut. He's becoming extremely fascinating. Ooh, we get an important backstory on Thors. This wraps up the second volume of Vinland Saga, the deluxe edition. I gotta say, it really ramps it up with a whole bunch of things in this one. It's just amazing how much character development happens with new characters and pre-existing characters, and how the story advances forward, how there's a lot of historical accuracy in here, as well as a great story. To my surprise, it holds a lot of messages that are important to life and are applicable to really everybody. So welcome to Friday. Oh man, I do love Fridays. Cheers! Today I'm gonna be reading Captain America. So this run here of Captain America is written by J. Michael Straczynski. I've got about 10 issues to get through this evening. Now I did read the first 6 issues initially and I thought it was fantastic. I really enjoyed it. This run just recently finished up with issue 16, which is not a good sign. Perhaps the sales weren't that good and yeah, which is sad. So welcome to Saturday. I might have fallen asleep after reading a couple of issues of Captain America. In fact, I'm still kind of waking up. I have returned from my favorite bakery. I got some goods, guys. Boom! This is a prosciutto and egg Danish. And yeah, I got myself some dessert because it's cheat day. But man, this dessert is colossal. It's like way bigger than my breakfast. This is a slice of peanut butter and chocolate cake. Will give me a huge energy boost, right, to get through the comic books. You know, this cake is actually the bomb, guys. Here you go. Have a little bit. Yum, 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 yum. So issue 7 and 8 are quite unique, and they tie nicely to the previous 6. So I think this lady is the embodiment of life and needs Steve's help. So Steve Rogers attends a play, and the whole experience feels idiosyncratic and otherworldly. Feels like something out of Doctor Strange. Here he comes across some demonic entities, which is a connection to the previous arc with Asmodee. What I like about the writing is how poetic it gets at times. Saving a penguin in the middle of a desert. I guess the captain is diversifying his hero portfolio. It's great to see the comic retain some of its humor and charm. The artwork has this oil painting vibe to it, and I think that's very fitting for a Captain America comic. Whoa, this mutant can shed his own skin and control it. That's nasty. Alright, here comes the cannon fodder. I can't believe the penguin has joined the gang. Noot noot. So Steve has gone to London now. Mr. Worldwide. Oh, cannon fodder part 2. Oh nice, it's Sharon. I haven't seen her in a while. Man, this lady in the brown hair is called Julie, and she is dropping some sick burns. Even the captain approves. It's this kind of wit that makes the comic charming. So the Team Supreme has now assembled, and they will be taking on Death, so should be a piece of cake, right? Yum 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 yum. This comic takes a moment to look at our tragic history as a human race. It gets pretty dark. Oh wow, they actually have parody adverts in here? That's pretty cool. Alright, time to get serious. The captain finally kicking back and chilling. I like those moments in comics. Now this is a pretty sweet combo of heroes. It's funny seeing Steve Rogers so tech savvy with a phone. Honestly, this is a great combination of heroes, with Spider-Man with his wit, Captain America with his charm, and Thor with his moral purity and pride. It makes for entertaining banter. Hell yeah, this is an epic finale. Alright, so all in all, Captain America, the 16-issue series by J. Michael Straczynski. Well, it's short and it's sweet, and it's really sad to see it end there. And maybe they did that strategically so they can time the new Captain America movie with the brand new comic series. This was funny, it was charming at times. Sometimes it wasn't, completely mind-blowing and amazing. It was just a little bit, mid. But overall, it's a good Captain America run. Nowhere near as good as the Mark Waid or the Ed Brubaker, but it's still quality. And I think one day, eventually in the future, we'll reflect on it and think it was a short and sweet series that we wished it expanded a little bit more. But that's just my take on it, and I'm keen to hear yours. Fellow friends, I have a bit of a problem on my hands because I have a couple of hours remaining of my evening, but I have to get through this nice chunky deluxe edition of Something is Killing the Children Volume 2. Now, I read the first volume and I had a lot of things to say about it. A lot of good things. It's the mystery. I guess, what is it that's killing the children? Who is this secret organization that is so invested in finding out? There's just so many questions as to why is it that only certain individuals can see this something that is killing the children. Enjoyed it so much, so I am very excited to check this one out. Now, I did have a look at the contents page, which is a little bit strange because it starts from issue 21 and goes through to issue 35. Now, the first deluxe edition finishes at issue 15. Why it's missing those 5 issues in between? If you know, let me know in the comments below. Other than that, I'm running out of time, so I better get stuck into it. Alright, I'm already confused, but intrigued at the same time. When the comic title pops up at you after a few pages, just absolute cinema. I just love a good splash page. It makes me feel so immersed. I feel that the panel layouts are super unique in this comic. I forgot how quickly this comic flows. Geez, I almost forgot this is full-blown horror. But with dashes of thriller and action mixed in. It's hard to compare this comic. I feel it has enough elements to make it truly unique. By the way, there is a spin-off called House of Slaughter. I've only read the first comic, and it seemed promising. If anyone has been reading it, let me know if you can recommend it. Man, this kid is a piece of work. So mean. Is it me, or has there been a time jump? Because Erica Slaughter, our protagonist, just seems so much older. This cuddle lady gives me the creeps. Whoa, I'm halfway in and the story is fire, yo. We get a small glimpse into Erica's past, but it leaves me with so many questions. Well, what do you know? I actually managed to finish this in a single sitting. Something is Killing the Children, book 2. I can highly recommend it. It just gave me that type of excitement and feeling that I got reading the first one. Anyway, this was fantastic. It nailed the horror elements, the action, the drama. It just kept me intrigued the whole way through, and it has a good flow to it as well. It moves very quickly and it throws a lot of things at you, keeping you entertained the whole way through. But that was my experience, but I'm keen to hear from you guys. Are you reading Something is Killing the Children or House of Slaughter? Let me know. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you next week.